What's up, YouTube? We back in this thing with another video. So, so today's video is going to be about avoiding drama in the workplace. So, stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this video. Okay, so today's video is going to be about avoiding negativity and drama in the workplace. First off, I want to say that I feel like I work in a very toxic environment because I do. And some ways and tricks that I use to avoid the drama in the workplace is, first and foremost, I just stay to myself. I don't attend the parties. I'm not attending the potlucks. I'm not doing none of that. I stay to myself. And I just stay out cliques. I don't do cliques. I don't do groups. I really stay to myself. I come to work, I do my job, and I go home to my reality, to my real life. I got bigger fish to fry when I leave work. And I choose to keep my personal life and my work life separated. So I've been working at my job for the last, I want to say 4 or 5 years. And as if you can see, what people would say heavily tatted. Not to some people, but to, to certain environments, I'm heavily tatted. And I have freeform locks or whatever. So, of course, off the rip, I don't follow that typical beauty standard. So, with me not following that, I'm already an outcast. So, I'm already being looked at a certain way, talked about, of course, and that's perfectly fine because yeah, it's fine. Just keep it on a playground. Keep it on a playground, and yeah, whatever, right? So I don't do the cliques, I don't do the groups. My job, I'm just here to do my job and really like go home. Like, I just need my paycheck and I'm going home. Like, nothing more, nothing less. I'm not doing the most. I don't overwork when I come to work. I'm not going over and beyond for my job. I'm not. I just do my job, do the bare minimum, to be honest, or I just do what's expected of me to do. My job offer a lot of overtime, so I work overtime when I can, and I invest into what I really want to do with my life. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it, that's all. I work with a lot of older women, so you know how that is when you work with a lot of older women. Older women, like just older women, 50 plus, and they're very, very judgmental. They are what I would call corporate bullies. They're very, very, I don't know, I guess they feel like since they've been working at this job forever, all their life, really, since they've been some of them since they've been out of high school, they've been here. They have this grandfathered in type of mentality. I don't know how to really like describe it, but they have this certain mentality where they feel like, they good. They're good regardless, regardless of what they do. Whether they are bullies, whether they are whatever. Like, it's okay because they've been working there really all their life. So, they just feel like, they can get whatever they want. They already have these little cliques, these little groups and stuff like this. So when they see new people come in, it's like, you know how they are. So I avoid those people. I'm very quiet at work, very quiet. I speak honestly when spoken to. If I'm walking past somebody, I may wave, smile, keep a friendly face or whatever. Nothing too much. But I'm not gonna stop and have a conversation with you unless you stop me and try to have a conversation with me. Other than that, I'm not going to speak to nobody at work. I avoid the potlucks because I don't care to sit and have lunch with these people. I love sitting in my truck. As if you can see, I will sit in my truck on my lunch break, or whatever. I just like being in my little personal space. And I feel like when I come out of the workplace and I sit in my truck, I just feel more like, woosah, like, because this is like personal space to me, so I'm not dealing with other people and everything. So yeah, I avoid the potlucks. I'm not going to the parties. I was invited to, this was some months back, I was invited to a Valentine party, and I was like, I don't think I want to go because I don't know y'all. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry, but I don't know y'all enough to just sit around y'all like for hours. I'm already sitting around people, at work. Like, I don't want to go outside of work and sit around y'all too. No, that's just too much on my mental. Like, I can't do it. And so I avoid those things. Yeah, I was invited and I politely declined. I was good. I mean, for what? You don't know me, I don't know you. And I know, like, you have to, like, step outside that box, but I like keeping my job separate from my personal life. Nobody at the workplace know anything about me. Like, nothing. Like, nothing at all. And I like it that way. I keep them wondering. And then, like, I have tattoos. I have job stopper tattoos, right? So having job stopper tattoos, working in the workplace, it's like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the back of their mind, they thinking, well, how in the world did you get a job like this with, that type of work, type of tattoos or whatever on you? Yeah, I don't. So what my job consists of, we don't deal with the public. We don't deal with the public. We are on the phones. I am in a call center. So we just on the phones. That's it. I mean, it's nothing more, nothing less. We don't deal with the public. You're not gonna meet us. Like, you're not. So that's why I was able to obtain a job like this. It's a very hostile environment. The work is very hostile. But it's okay. A lot of people quit. So you'll have new people who will start this job and then they'll quit because it can get tense. It can get real tense. So either you can handle it or you can't. And I'm just somebody who can handle it. So that's why I've been here for a few years. And it is what it is. I'm not trying to, be harsh or anything, but that's just the reality of the job that I work. I take care of my business. I just take care of my business. I don't take this job personal. I do what I'm supposed to do, and I leave. I invest my money into things that I want to do. I have other things going on, so I just make sure I put money into that. I save, of course, and that's really all I do. I don't stress. Come to work, say what you want. You can say what you want about me having tattoos. I don't care. It's not stopping nothing. So, but yeah, that's basically just how I avoid the drama at work. I don't do cliques. I don't do potlucks. I stay out the way. I stay to myself, and that's it. I do my job and I go home. Say what you want. Say whatever you want. But I'm good. And I appreciate myself for being that way. I really do. I really appreciate myself because I avoid the drama. I avoid it. I'm good. I'm good. You don't need to know nothing about me. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need to know anything about me. You don't need to know if I have a husband. You don't need to know if I have children. You don't need to know that. That's not your business. I didn't come to work to make friends. I came to work to get this paycheck and do what I need to do outside of the workplace. And that's how I move. So I'm friendly, but I just love being to myself. I appreciate being to myself more than anything, because I know when you get too friendly, when you get too close to people, things can backfire and like really slap you, backhand you and slap you in the face. I've seen it happen so many times, I promise you. I bring up a little mini story. Some years ago, this was back in 2024. This young lady I was working with, she was new. It was actually a training class. So I was in a training class in 2024, and I met this young lady, and this young lady was cool with another young lady we was working with, right? And they became like super close, super quick. Super close and super quick. And I was just like, ooh. But okay, me and her, we talked. We had, little discussions and stuff. We'll sit by each other, we'll talk and stuff. Like nothing major. But her and this other Pacific person was like super close, and I was just like, y'all just met each other like a few days ago. Wow, okay. But anyways, what happened was, they was real cool. Everything was good. They talked, they sat with each other. They did their thing. I spoke to them, when I was around or whatever. No biggie. Months go by, right? The young lady I was talking to end up inviting the other young lady to her house. So they start, kicking it outside of work. Anyway, she invited this young lady to her house, and the young lady tried to sleep with her husband. Tried her husband. Very foul. Like, very foul. And it's not funny. The young lady we did have each other numbers, so we did exchange numbers, me and her. She actually hit me up. After the incident happened, she hit me up. She told me all about it. And I was telling her, first thing first, you should never invited somebody from work to your house anyway. So let's just start there. Like, y'all was moving too fast with the friendship. No offense, but I would have never moved like that. You didn't know her enough to bring her to your house. But, she took accountability. She was like, you're right, whatever. But it was just so crazy and wild. I'm like, I agree. That was very insane. Like, you tried her husband. Like, oof. But, people different. People real different. So, but yeah, that's what she did. And that's why I'm so careful. I'm like, you don't need to know nothing about me. So anyways, I just want to, share this little video with you guys and kind of just talk about, I guess. But yeah, that's just how I avoid the drama in the workplace. So stay to yourself. I mean, that's really the only tip. There's not really many tips I can give. Just stay to yourself, be to yourself. Stay out the way. Don't get involved. Stay out the potlucks. It's cool to speak. And like I said, I speak. Hey, how you doing? But I keep it pushing. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all. You don't need to know nothing else about me. And there's that. So, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to drop a quick video talking about that situation. And like, comment, subscribe. And have a good day, y'all. Bye.